the most famous the sport has ever seen. This is Muhammad Ali coming off that stunner. He predicted it as he knocked out Sonny Liston.
Todd, can you spot the reach difference? Can you spot it? Look at that.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, the Olympic gold medalist from Beaufort, South Carolina, the Hall of Famer from the golden era of heavyweights, a heavyweight champion of the world, Smokin' Joe Frazier. Fighting out of the blue corner, introducing in this corner, undefeated in his campaign with a record of 20 wins, no losses, 16 wins coming by way of knockout. The renowned U.S. Olympic gold medalist and the newly crowned heavyweight champion of the world, the Louisville Lip, Muhammad Ali.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
Todd, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here at this venue. It's going to be something special.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one.
Good luck.
And here comes the legend Joe Frazier, Hall of Famer, all-time great. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Nice exchange here from both men. And he scores with the counter. Missed with that right uppercut. When you're fighting a swarmer and you know their goal is to bury their head right in your chest, the uppercut would probably come in handy.
You are fighting the swarmer. Be smart, be sharp, concentrate, but you've got to be confident. Do not dance his dance, because that swarmer, once you do that, you're giving a man a chance that shouldn't have one.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. And that left hook doesn't find its target. The perfect counter lands. Nice counter. Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? They've avoided catastrophe there.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
The straight right just misses. If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
That hook just can't find the target. That counter shot lands. Swing and a miss with the left uppercut. Incredible work rate. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. As bad as boxing. Here we go. It's round two. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. He threw a punch and just got countered. He's got to figure out a way to neutralize that length.
Very smart, very sharp. This is a fit young man style that he's got to get inside that long reach. Not many fights can do that.
The greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble. And now they're right back into the fray.
Got caught sleeping on the job.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere. Look at this. If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. Big shot, and down goes Ali. And as we see it again in slow motion, there's no...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can you continue?
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. The straight right just misses. The positives and negatives in the heavyweight division are the same. You can win the fight with one punch, and you can lose the fight in one punch. Right hook just missed, and that hook misses. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. He's been knocked down, but at least... The bell rings and we start the third. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Swing and a miss with the hook. A perfect counter shot. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
They exchange punches. They're both trying for a knockout. Catch and shoot. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Counter punch him clean. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Those counter punches have to hurt. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. No rest for the weary. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
You're still in your power, John. Good work.
Okay, now you're letting back into the fight that round. Right, let's get out there. Get your boxing back.
And there's the bell to start round 4. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
How about that time counter shot? You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Beautiful counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Punch, counter punch. That uppercut just missed. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
Sometimes when you get nervous, someone that's so powerful, people are thinking, you've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket them.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Swing and a miss with that jab. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox.
The greatest! Muhammad Ali is down! Do you believe it? We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come to me.
Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Where this next round is going to be back into the fray here in round 5. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Wanted to land the left hook, but was not successful. Well done with that counter shot. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Good counter punch. Good counter punching. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Frazier covering up. He's got nowhere to go. Frazier finally answering back.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
Nice defense on that right hook. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. There's a counter shot. Oh, no!
Use a motherfucking lie, bro. Use a motherfucking lie that I beat his ass this whole round, bro.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You still want to fight?
So it's clink. There's the bell for
Watch this. Don't worry about it. Watch
See how
this.
he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Throws the jab and doesn't score. The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
The straight right just misses. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Down goes Joe Frazier.
Dumb bitch, stop playing me.
Let's see that again.
Shot from
I'll beat the thorough shit out you the rest of this fight too. I'm dead, bitch.
1, 2, 3, 4. Are you okay?
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Total domination with 10 seconds to go. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure.
I need you to focus on what you're doing.
And there's the bell for round 7. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full bell because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Nice counter. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Is Frazier in trouble? Good defense from Frazier.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Beautiful counter shot. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Which fighter will say no mas? Stamina is off the charts. Nice counter punch. Throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you'll get knocked out. Can you imagine if he knocks out this legend? How is Frazier still standing?
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed back on it. Like it never happened.
Would not want to be hit by this guy, trust me. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Stamina is all. Round 8, and we're off again. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me, personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. The straight right just misses. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Just misses with that jab. That counter punch caught him clean. You'd like to see more jabs. Both men step back for just a moment. Tried to score with the uppercut. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. There's no way Frazier survives this. Now you start wondering.
Switch on.
And we enter the night. They really seem to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship round. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? Just missed with that hook. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Let me explain to you about a fast fight that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have to quick burst, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
And he scores with the counter. This fight may stop here considering all the bruising and swelling on the face. And the referee's going to allow him to fight.
He got to go now.
Swing and a miss with that hook. Good counter punching. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Swing and a miss with the right hook. Good counter punch. Caution being thrown to the wind. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. You've heard the old... There's the bell to start round 10. That 1 minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
What are they doing that now? Are they trying to get an early night? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
Good counter punching. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Power. That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
The straight right just misses. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Down goes Frazier.
Night-night!
You up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
Bitch, I don't lose no boxing matches, bitch. Not beat me in no fucking points, is you stupid.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you okay?
Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
He's up, but for how long? Look at her. On the heels. Look at there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
We're at the halfway point. There's no doubt who's won this round so far.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T. Play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
They are giving us a high-tempo show. You'd like to see more jabs. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. 10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown. Let's start 11. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. You know in the corner now they're saying when you get out there jumping him, do not give him chance to breathe. Bully him, throw him, push him down, punch him in the back. Keep letting the shots go because you know they're on shaky leg. They're a gnat's ear away from getting stopped.
This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Nice slip to avoid the jab. Holding nothing back here in the round. punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
It's the one who draws first blood, Tom. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
His stamina is off the charts. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Got out of the way of that right hook. Swing and a miss for that jab. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. We'll see how much endurance. On to the 12th. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
His stamina is off the charts. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Punch. They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
A straight right just misses. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Can't land the jab there. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
And this is incredible action from both of these heavyweights. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go.
That's my fight. That's my fight. Unanimous. 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 That's my fight, bro. I don't lose no fucking point. Is you stupid? You not beating me on no fucking points.
This is nowhere near time.
Beat that boy a second half sweep. Cheated me all in dumbass knockdowns. Fuck out of here, boy. A phony knockdown, three phony knockdowns, man. They gay old them. Fuck out of here. It shouldn't even been that close. That's how you employ the jab. I mean, take a look at that. Screenshot that. A little more, landed a little more, landed a lot more. Landed more everything, for real. More counter punches, more power punches, more uppercuts, more, almost more. I ain't laying more hooks. More straights, way more jabs as usual. I'm never gonna get out jabbed. The gay man's that. Cheated right there. I was about to win that round by a long shot. I was about to win that round. They knocked me down. Again. Way out of here about to win that round. They knocked me down. That's 2 rounds I'm supposed to beat him. Easy. Everything just easy from there. Too easy. Too easy. Just too easy, bro.